All right, so we back. We had a little technical difficulty, you know, but we're gonna continue on in the spirit. As you can see behind us, you see like the weather is
About to get
increasing
inclement.
because Hurricane Barry is coming to do his goddamn thing in the Gulf Coast. Okay,
All right.
and that's part of the prophecy too, man. All right, people are still messed up to this day from what Katrina did. What was that? 2000?
Was that 06?
2004, 2005, 2005. All right. So we just gonna get into it because more and more of these powerful storms is gonna come. All right. So you can get that in first one.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm.
Yep. So persecute them with thy tempest. Another word for storm. So the Lord is going to use these natural disasters as a way to mess up stuff, man. You know, cause more financial destruction. You know, destroy stuff.
Yep.
Slow down things. You know, when these storms come, it shuts down things, man. These state of emergencies that are given out from the governors, which are basically a form of martial law, honestly. All right, where they force you to basically either A, stay in the house or leave. And it's going to be more and more cases of that.
Yeah, if I can add.
Go ahead, brother.
I was watching the news about this whole the Hurricane Barry, and they in certain counties they call them parishes in Louisiana. They got people on curfew, man. You got to be in the house until a certain period of time, man. So like the people are saying, that's leading up to martial law.
That's
Well,
right.
I think it's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. because the brother that's from New Orleans is here in Atlanta now. And he was on the phone with the brothers and they putting out a curfew. I think if you out by 8 o'clock, after 8 o'clock, they're going to send them trucks in. They're going to try to ship you off to where they want to, you know, put you in like a little safe zone. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, your best bet is to, you know, steer clear of the waters.
And then also, while watching the news, the governor of Louisiana, he employed like 2,000 troops to Louisiana alone.
Yeah, the state, what are those, Coast Guards.
Yeah,
Coast Guard, National Reserve, and all that, which is basically another branch of the military, if I'm correct. Yeah, it is.
It is.
You know?
Probably only.
Yeah. Read that again.
All right, this is Psalms 83 and 15. So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
That's right.
So that's how the Lord is going to start really jacking these people up with more and more of these heavy storms, man. And Barry, this is light work, man.
Right.
You know, even though it's in the beginning phases, it's gonna get to a point where these storms is gonna get crazy, man. It ain't gonna be no warning. It ain't gonna be no, oh well, Barry will make land will touch the land in X amount of hours. No, this shit just gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna be a regular day. It's gonna get cloudy, and it's gonna be some crazy ass hurricane that's gonna touch down, man. The Lord gonna start doing things that's gonna throw you people off of your balance, man.
In Montana, the tip of the iceberg. And then they said too that all flights, I think going into New Orleans and leaving out has been canceled. So you ain't leaving. So here it is, you can't leave out, and they got troops coming. Like brother said, 2,000 troops coming in. What are they setting you up for? You know. So things is basically being set in motion for them to regulate, you know, this storm and how the people move in and out the storm.
Yeah. So while you niggas is worried, while you stupid ass Americans are worried about invading Area 51,
Right.
or whether Ariel of Little Mermaid is black or white. All right, things is happening in the world. All right.
That's right.
A lot of things are happening. Keep going.
Psalms 83 and 15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm. See, right now, everybody still got that pride on. You know, everybody, whatever. Like if you old enough, you can remember Jake. See, Jake, I'm gonna tell you, if you from the South, and you over the age of, you in your mid-30s, you know, Jake, you know, all these Jakes, they have that, I survived the storm of 76. You know how Jake get proud behind that shit. So
Blizzard of 93.
yeah, so like you have Jake that'll be in that spirit of, you remember Andrew that came through? Like in 92?
Yep.
That's what they gauge. I survived that, I can survive worse. They talk their shit. I survived Katrina.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing. All right. Lord said, do what with the storm? Read that last part again.
It says, and make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm. That's what's going to happen. See, there's one thing is that everybody, whether they want to call it Mother Nature or natural disasters, that shit scares the life out of you, man. Think about it. If lightning strike, if lightning hit that tree right there, man, we be trying to jump over this fence right now. And we know where the lightning came from.
You might want to get away from the fence because the fence is...
Yes, but you get my drift.
Yeah.
Natural disasters scare the living shit out of people, man.
Yeah, man.
Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, blizzards, windstorms. Hey, it's gonna probably be earth. You know, you got this movies, shark tornadoes and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Lord might start doing some crazy shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Just mixing the storms together. Like, how the hell is it an earthquake and a tornado at the same goddamn time?
Same damn time.
How is it snowing and it's an earthquake?
How is it snowing in 100 degrees?
Yeah, how is it snowing in Miami, Florida in August?
And the funny thing is, that's what's going on. You had the hailstorm in Mexico. You had the earthquakes in California, along with the fires. Now you got the hurricane coming through the Gulf Coast.
Yep. You
So
got
the
an
Lord
earthquake.
is bringing all these elements of the earth, these storms, to do what? Persecute them. You know?
Because you can't run from these type of things.
No.
Like, you remember, was that 2 years ago when Hurricane Maria came through through Florida or whatever? And Florida had the largest, damn near everybody in Florida was fleeing.
Evacuation.
The evacuation was like the largest evacuation ever. But it's gonna get to a point where what? You ain't gonna be able to evacuate. Matter of fact, when you get that in 2nd Ezra's, 2nd Ezra's 16.
And what happens when a lot of these disasters
Yeah,
happen?
2nd Ezra's was that.
A lot of people evacuate. That's why they ignite martial law, because a lot of people will evacuate and they'll lose their homes, they'll lose their cars, they lose everything, and they got to resort to looting. In most cases, their jobs get swept over. You know, the department or whatever industry that they're a part of, it might get sunk in the flood or the disaster that takes place, and they have to move to another city, and the crime rate goes up, man.
Yeah.
So
Look at
that-
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta got hella terrible when all them niggas from New Orleans came in. And that's not an opinion, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Right? You got that
Statistical.
statistical? It's
Yeah.
statistical.
Second Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, a man shall desire to go into a city. Think about it. If Florida is on the brink of a hurricane that we've never seen before, where is all these people from Florida going to go to? Here. They ain't got no choice but to go either through the border of Georgia or part of part of Alabama. So what's going to happen? Sooner or later, as we read earlier, these states is going to start cutting the borders off, man. There ain't going to be no more just traveling as you please from one state to another state, man. See, again, that's the pride of the people. It's no worries. If I want to go to Tennessee, I go to Tennessee. I want to go to North Carolina, I go to North Carolina. Why? I got a driver's license. These states going to start blocking your ass off, and they show you that in that movie Contagion. Remember, he wanted to leave Chicago, and he was on the border, and he was at the border, and the military told him, man, listen, just turn around. They had everybody going around, turning right back around, going back, because what? It was quarantine. Read that again.
2nd Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Shall not be able. These storms is going to lead to that, man. Because people got to flee. But sooner or later, it's going to be what? Like we were saying with Isaiah the 19th chapter. These states, they're going to start cutting themselves off from the federal government. They're going to be like, to hell, we are not part of the United States of America. I don't give a damn if you have another state license. You can't come here. We're not even part of the United States anymore. What makes you think you could come here?
Right. It's not valid anymore.
It's not valid no more.
And,
All right?
and the thing about it is, like I mentioned earlier, I put the video up, it's happening now. You cannot get into New Orleans. You can't leave and you can't get in. All new flights and all that is canceled. So that prophecy is already coming to pass. So we're in these times now. We're in these times literally right now as we going live. You can't get in and you can't get out.
And best to believe people are riding looting. Because when disasters and things take place,
Or fleeing heavy traffic.
yeah, fleeing. You know, people don't get calm. They start to get really intense, and then they start to listen more. Like when that whole devastation, when they're speaking about the, what was that in Hawaii a while back, when the brother,
The missiles.
yeah, the missile launch.
The missile scare.
You know, the brother was prophesying out in Hawaii. He was getting hundreds of thousands of views, man. You know. Keep on with that.
Man, that's the spirit. Yeah, verse 18. But because of their pride, the city shall be in trouble.
Yeah. How are a lot of these cities gonna be troubled? By these storms. Like I said, that is biblical prophecy for the Lord to start jacking these places out with storms, man. All right, we like beautifully went in earlier. The brother Rock went into with the missiles, the arrow of the Lord, but also the Lord said He's gonna use these storms too, man. So we got to speak on these storms. Hey, what is news? News is an acronym. Notable, what is it? Notable events, weather, and sports. So we the news anchors of the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So what do we gotta do? Touch on the weather too, because the Lord said He would use His weather to F this place up, man. And you can't get around it. Whatever season you in, whatever part of the country you in, there's something that can be very devastating to you, okay? See, Atlanta, man, and I'm gonna say this in the spirit, Atlanta has a real heavy something coming its way, man. Because we always just skate by. We don't get hit by hurricanes. We don't get hit by earthquakes. We don't get really hit by blizzards. We don't get hit by tornadoes like that. So everybody here is just in pride. Read that part again, the pride.
2 Ezra 15 and 18. But because of their pride.
Because of their pride. And I pray Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai hit Atlanta with every fucking possible storm there is.
Hey, look at Atlanta, man. They have a bunch of pride parades through this city, man. You can just tell by the way we on the street. There's a whole bunch of people that live that lifestyle, man. So they're gonna get caught up in that storm as well.
Yeah, it's a sign over there on Cortlandt Street, I think, about getting tested. It's like it's pride in getting tested. It's a goddamn rainbow condom, man.
Oh, they got the rainbow.
The rainbow street on Piedmont and on 10th Street. You know? So again, this place here is the beacon of pride, man. Like I said, I pray one day the Lord hit this place with an earthquake, a hurricane, a tornado, a drought.
Day after tomorrow, shit.
Some just extra shit, man.
Shit.
The pestilent.
The mist.
Yeah, the mist. Just get creative.
Hey, the funny thing is, a lot of those movies that be based on tornadoes and destruction, they be based in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, disease outbreak, plagues. You got the CDC. We always speak about that. These things be based in Atlanta, but these events have to come to pass because it's written. So where are some of the main places that's gonna get hit? Atlanta, these major metropolises, so to speak. Chicago, California's already getting hit. New York.
I think Seattle, like a 4.5, a 4.5 earthquake hit Seattle just the other day.
In Washington,
I got no. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is 2 Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done in them, that in the latter times shall dwell in the world.
Yeah, miseries. All right. Again, these weather, like the brother was saying, man, you got people right now. Oh my God, it's cloudy, buying up all the water out of Walmart, man. All the water, all the batteries. Hell, the camping section in the Walmart, niggas don't ever go there. But let a storm come through, niggas. The whole camping section's through.
Automatic stops.
And niggas got
Rambo paint.
battery powered lanterns.
Lanterns.
You know, oil lamps. You know.
You got it. You got something. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I got a little bit.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, kind of
It says, because they have walked in great pride.
That word pride keep coming up, man.
That's it.
That's why the spirit is what? The scripture say in Matthew the 5th chapter that the meek shall inherit the earth, man. This is the time to be meek, lowly, all right? Not proud, man. See, pride will have you be like, see, like with us, we look at the weather like, nah, I'm about to take my black ass home. And we know the name of the Lord. We know the name of the Lord. It could be like after the camp today, be like, man, I don't know, Barry. Brother be like, Barry out here, man, I'm going home.
Hell yeah.
And we just did the word, fellowship, and still had that spirit of fear on it.
Oh yeah.
But these people out here, I done been through worse. All right, worse can come.
Worse is going to
Worse
come.
is coming. All right? Like I said, you see what's happening down there in New Orleans right now. What if the Lord make this Katrina times 10? Just because it's, and then Esau with his pride, he'll say, oh, it's just a tropical storm. Man, the Lord will the Lord will have Barry go back to the Gulf of Mexico and charge the fuck up on you.
Yeah.
It'll loop back around and power up, just sit there and power up and come back, man.
That happened with,
Fucking Goku was just-
what was that, Matthew or something?
It was one of them last
It was
storms.
one of the storms that junk came,
Mutated.
that junk went
10
through
episodes later.
the southeast and looped back around, charged up, and came right back again. And you know what's crazy too? Last week we were speaking about the earthquakes. This week we're speaking about the hurricanes and the storms. Imagine what we got coming next week, in the next 3 or 4 days. It could be a disease outbreak.
Sure, I was thinking that.
You know,
That's right.
it could be another, because the pestilence is building up too.
Because a lot of times,
You know?
which people see again, we pay attention up here. We pay attention.
To everything.
We remember things.
Yep.
Because you remember when that storm came through North Carolina? And remember all those pigs that died, all those pigs at that pig farm, and they released all kind of diseaes
They
from the
probably
pigs.
still suffering from that.
Still suffering from that.
In the water.
In the water. They had drowned in that water.
We had sharks. We had sharks in that. When Maria hit, we had sharks in inland in that water because the water levels rose
So
so
high in
much.
Houston.
Sea level, yeah. There was sharks in the water. Yeah, Houston. Yep.
Then it brings mosquitoes in.
Yep. Yep.
You know, it's a lot of things. These are tropical storms coming from one place of the world to another. And then they're carrying different things with them as they come.
You know, most of the time, them hurricanes come from the west coast of Africa, too.
That's it.
Yeah, they
And
do.
that's symbolic as hell, man.
That's where they come from.
Yep.
And that's where a lot of them diseases, you start putting diseases out there in the west coast of Africa, destroy our people. But shoot, all right, you're gonna have a rare strain of Ebola hit the coast of New Orleans. You know.
And then people are stupid too, man. People are just flat out stupid. So you can imagine when there's no water there's no more water to buy at the stores. The plumbing is messed up. Jake ass is thirsty. What they go outside and do? Probably drinking still puddles.
Hell yeah.
Drinking puddle water, man.
Desperation.
Out of desperation. You know, when you watch, which is a good watch, when you watch the documentary that Spike Lee did on Katrina, man, people were suffering in Katrina, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, there's accounts where basically women were actually killing their babies. They were killing their babies in that storm because the babies was crying. They couldn't feed it. They couldn't keep it quiet. You know how crazy you would go if you in a house with no electricity, no food. You don't know when you're getting out of this, and you got an infant baby that's crying and needing things. Cause see, the thing about it is that, man, a child don't know that it's a storm outside. All
Right.
a child know is I'm hungry
need a
and I'm
bathroom.
uncomfortable.
Yep.
So a lot of people were killing their children during that storm. You don't think that'll happen again?
Oh, it's gonna happen again. Cause you gotta think even New Orleans. New Orleans is a real impoverished city, man. You know, it's a real slave based area. You know, even when you go into the history of New Orleans with the French, you see Jay got that real Louisiana low alligator eating spirit.
Non-talking.
None talking. A lot of people, they actually do a lot of heroin out there too. That's the major heroin hub.
Major heroin.
And they really bugged out in spirit. So when they lose, as the saying goes, when people lose it all, they lose it. They already lost it all then. So how much more the little bit that they got, a hurricane or a tsunami, some type of water disaster or disease come and plague that place even more, those people are gonna want to goddamn riot and loot, man.
Well,
I got something too.
let me bring out this.
Let me get this-
Yeah, go ahead and bring that out.
And they're gonna move, and they're gonna bring that energy. If they can't do it there, they're gonna migrate to other cities, other states, and tear them states up, tear them cities up. Then that's why they gonna. Then the troops gonna come in and be like, oh, but now y'all can't come in, so they're gonna cut them places off. But the people gonna leave there and go somewhere else and tear it up. But this is Isaiah 28:2. One of my new favorite scriptures. All right, it says, "Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand." And it's already been reports 3-4 days ago this week that even before the actual hurricane hit, which is it's probably hitting now. It's like weather's jacking up, but it was already flooding down there because of the sea level. It's already starting to rise.
Because New Orleans is actually below sea level.
Yep.
Which only an idiot would build a city below sea level.
Right.
But I digress. As Richie from Boston would say. Go ahead.
And that's heavy where the Lord said He's gonna cast it down. Because when you see how these hurricanes and these bodies of water, when they come, what happens? They pick up, then they drop. So the Lord is actually literally dropping a hell upon these different people, man. Mm-hmm. And you see how the water levels spring up, and those big bodies of water, they be tearing houses apart.
Yeah.
They'll carry houses, of course, carry people, carry cars, trees, anything that gets in the way, buildings, And you have certain people, they be on top of their houses, be staying on top of their roofs sometimes for days, man. Sometimes for weeks.
And don't forget, we just had that that eclipse on July the 2nd.
Yep.
So again, every time these eclipses occur, it brings a major change in the weather, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
I'm right here, so I'll read this Isaiah 29.
Yeah, 29:6. Yeah.
Yep. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake." And
had the earthquakes last week.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And great noise with storm.
Thunder too. There's plenty of videos on social media. I think there was a guy. He was the camera was watching the boat that was on the dock, and they got struck by lightning. There's plenty of videos that are popping up now where there's these severe strikes of lightning.
Yeah, these natural phenomena.
Yeah.
Striking these different places.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire."
See, now what? We still in the summertime. It's still summertime. So what? It was just a year ago, 2 years ago. Paradise got burned the hell down.
Yeah,
Paradise in California.
Yep.
So we still in the summertime for what? Wildfires and that's another weather natural disaster.
Yep.
Because even natural wildfires, that's actual weather. Because what happens? The fire, it's a lightning. Technically, it's caused by like a lightning storm or heat.
It's really dry.
Really dry,
Yeah, really
and then that fire comes and then basically it burns up all that the undergrowth and stumble upon the ground. It kindles. So again, that's another aspect that can occur too. Look what happened to Paradise. Paradise got burned. Paradise became hell for them devils, man. To the point, I was listening to NPR News about a few weeks ago, and you got devils saying, man, listen, man, don't build here no more.
Yeah, might as well leave it alone.
They losing their faith in these areas because, again, Esau in his pride. Oh, man, I'm going to go build me this high-rise right on the ocean.
They be having mansions off cliffs over there in California.
Thank you. Right off the cliff.
Like, do y'all know y'all have excessive mudslides over there?
Hell yeah.
Again, the mudslides that happened, the mudslides that was a side effect of those wild storms. Who was it that was losing houses? Oprah, I think, lost a house out there.
Yep. Couple
celebrities lost their houses out there, man. All from weather.
Yep.
See, you people, you can't even stop the fucking weather, man.
Was it Jim Jones?
You see what I'm saying? What you people gonna do when the Lord really opens up on this place, man?
Amps it up.
All right? See, soon the Lord just gonna start just striking you people down, just zapping you with lightning, man.
It's good.
Opening it, like it's in the time of Exodus, where the Lord actually opened up the earth and swallowed what was that Corey Dathan and Abby Ram.
All those that were in support of it.
Yeah, and those niggas that was rebelling. The Lord might just do a whole street like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I gotta say something on that. I was listening to the news yesterday, and on 285 was a lot of wrecks and crashes early in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? And it was actually, they had to close one of the road downs yesterday because a sinkhole opened up.
Hey, with I-20, you remember a while ago, it just buckled.
It buckled.
Oh, yeah.
The HOV lane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was right after some crackheads brought down part 75.
That shit's still funny.
Burning
like, come on, bro.
Some crackheads burning some PVC pipes.
Right.
just being mischief,
You know,
and a
keep
whole
going.
goddamn piece
Fuck
of
outta here,
a whole piece of highway just decided to just go up in flames.
Engulf.
On the same day that there was a chemical scare. But what do we know?
We just
Conspiracy, just conspiracy
Right.
theory.
It was
Right.
a perfect
It
section
was just
that just
conspiracy
caught on
nuts.
A
fire.
whole section just. Come on, man.
Fuck out of here.
Like this devil got it set up, man.
And it
Through the
just-
spirit of Yahweh, shit me outside, cause he ain't doing shit.
And the bridge didn't fall on nobody.
I know it.
During
cars.
during
Rush
during
hour.
rush hour.
It's like
So did you
nothing.
go with us? Cause we came down here and did the live stream that same night.
Yeah, we saw it from
Oh yeah, we saw it.
up there. It was just like, what is that big ass thing of smoke?
See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, recorded.
Yeah, we did a live stream that night.
Uh-huh.
Again,
Call's an
this is
asshole,
but
Live on the
again,
scene, baby.
but the mind frame of the people are. Oh yeah, they forget. We're recalling events that have been happening over the last years to show you that we're in a worse time now. But the average person, oh yeah, part of 75 did fall. Oh yeah, people forget. People have the mind frame of a goldfish, man.
Yeah, because they don't know how to do something known as connect the dots, man. They don't investigate. When you deal with like criminal investigation, individuals that stay on a heavy watch, they always looking to connect the dots to figure out where all these things are leading up to, man. And we do the same thing because we understand, first and foremost, biblical prophecy. And it told us to watch as well as pray. Watch for what? Prophecy to come to pass. Matthew 24th chapter. All these different signs to actually touch earth in these different diverse regions and places to show the coming of the Lord. And as we actually see these events popping off from the eastern side of the world to the western side of the world, we know that we're in the end times, second and the ninth chapter. These different things are indicators or spiritual measurement to show what time that we're in, and that's how we know without a shadow of a doubt that we're in the last days. Really, the last couple seconds.
The last seconds of the last days. You got something?
Wow. Yeah, kind of. And this is going on what we're just speaking about. 2 Ezra 16 and 19. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
No, because you Americans,
That's a good one.
you base
Not
yeah,
mindful.
They don't be
you
remembering.
base your thoughts on this place according to Whitey. All right. If the white man has the pride to believe, which his pride is gonna carry him, he gonna have pride in slavery.
Yeah, right.
So he's the wrong person he's the wrong person to gauge shit upon. All right? But you people, you're gonna learn that following Whitey is the worst thing you ever done in your life, man.
Big mistake.
He's so proud. These devils actually chase the fucking storms.
Oh, they chase.
Oh yeah.
Storm chase.
That's what that movie Twister is about. Yeah.
Oh my
That's a
god.
good
They
movie,
chase
too.
the storm.
Yeah.
We, on the other hand, it's like, oh, it's a storm that way. I'm going that way. Esau, on the other hand, it's a storm that way. Oh, we're going this way.
Like running into the scary house.
Hell yeah.
Bruh, Esau do that shit. They
gotta
think they be doing shit with their little tanker car and some goddamn
Shit, they
GoPros
sucked
and
up.
thinking that they doing something. Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
I have a testimony.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I talked to at this job I used to work. I talked to a pilot, and I got a thing from your book. I was like, hey, is the world circular or round?
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah, it's round. I said, so what do you do? He's like, yeah, I'm a pilot to gather up hurricane data. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that in the airplane? He's like, oh, we just go into the hurricane, we fly the hurricane, and then fly the plane sideways and spin with the hurricane. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Oh, they be inside the
Like,
highway.
what is wrong with you? Why would you want to go into a hurricane and spin with it?
Yeah,
In an
like,
airplane at
spin your ass-
30,000
spin your
feet.
ass into it.
Like,
But like I say, you
dumb as hell.
But you gotta think how many people died for them to actually, all right, this is the proper elevation, so they don't get caught up in it.
This
So
is the
many
proper
times-
scale of
yeah,
the
this is the
hurricane.
scaling. A lot of dumbasses actually,
What the
try
fuck?
to fail, man.
Trial and
We're
error.
gonna be in the
Trial
land
and
of Oz with
I see.
What?
So you people following after Whitey on these things, man. He's the wrong one, man.
And what Esau do, he'll throw you you get $100,000 a year,
Yeah.
you know. He'll throw you a couple Federal Reserve notes, which this money is intrinsically goddamn worthless.
Right.
And it makes people actually risk their lives. That's why everybody wants to go to the military. just like you said, everybody wants to actually put themselves in a danger zone, and they're willing to take these crazy risks because they believe that the reward is just as great, man. So Esau is really winning because of the people. It ain't really because of his the money or his wisdom. You know, it's really the people that he controls that he could utilize.
Yep.
He has the biggest military because he has a lot of people
That believe.
that believe, man.
Hey, and isn't that's why the dollar's still strong, because people still believe it.
Faith in the dollar.
You know, they still got faith in it. But what are they gonna do when they're gonna lose faith in it? When prices go up. So because prices go up and people they can't spend it, and its value is lost, and therefore the world was currency, because it's reserved by the dollar, the whole global thing is gonna collapse.
Oh, well, you know what? Now that you say that,
You know?
don't be surprised if in the next few weeks gas shoots up. Don't be surprised, because most of our gas here in Atlanta comes from Louisiana, New Orleans area. All right?
The whole BP
The
oil
BP oil spill that was in the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
That's most of our
Louisiana.
pipelines, because if you remember a few years back when we had that gas shortage, probably was that like 2008?
Oh, yeah.
Like 2008? 2008 when
We
gas
had
prices
a
shot.
recent one.
Yeah, it was recent,
Like
but I'm
like
speaking
a year ago.
But I'm speaking of that one in 2008 when gas prices shot up to like goddamn $5-6.
$5-6, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because why? Because our gas comes from there. Our pipeline runs from here, like you said, in the one a few years ago. So again, don't be surprised at this storm next week. Gas prices is now, because you see gas is already shooting up. Gas is already like $2.79 in certain places, $3 and $2.99 in certain places. So don't be surprised if it goes to $3.15, $3.30. Don't be surprised. Because like you said, that's those goods, man.
And then another thing too with the whole, because that storm is going to bring a lot of water. And that area, even just throughout Mississippi, the Gulf Coast, a lot of that farmland is already messed up. And it's destroying a lot of the corn crops. And what do you need corn for? Ethanol. Ethanol, like when you go to like Chevron, right? You know, Chevron with Tech, that has ethanol in it. That comes from, that's a corn byproduct.
They'll tell you it has at least 5% ethanol in it.
Right, so the price is going to, so it's going to cost more to import, so they're going to have to go up on the gas, because they're going to have to, because the companies have to add the ethanol with the gas to make it cost efficient for your, you know, your engines. You know, it's all
All of it's a big.
That's why it's known
it's
as
all a big
economics.
domino effect.
Economics.
You know?
One part of the house getting destroyed, everything else is gonna suffer, man.
Yep.
You know, you have that saying, when the mind worries, the body suffers. So it's showing like when one part is being weakened, it's gonna be a ripple effect, and America's being hit by, if one state is going through it, it could weaken just like your body. You know, if you actually tear, you know, a certain limb in your leg or things of that nature, your whole body is gonna feel it, man. It's gonna damage your running. You know, it might damage your flexibility, whatever, depending upon your muscles or whatever nerve that's being attacked. So the Lord's doing a systematic attacking on this place.
You know what?
Surgical
Shaq,
strikes.
You know, Shaq missed games when he was in the league because you have players that have missed games because of ingrown toenails.
Yep.
You think it's something insignificant, but like you said, them little things in the body can throw the whole body off, man. All right, keep going in there.
All right,
Turf
this is,
toe.
2nd Ezra 16 and 21.
Turf
It
toe.
says, Behold,
Turf toe, yeah.
behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. Like we was talking about gas and things, like prices is good now, right? That they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So here it is, you thinking life is good because you can, you know, buy things now. Like remember gas went up about 2 months ago, then it shot back down,
Yep.
and now it's creeping back up. And why is that? Because now you're going to have a famine increase. Like I said, a lot of crops is going to be out of stock, so prices are going to go back up. A lot of evils are going in the earth because of storm, pestilence, and what it says, and great confusion. Okay, in the earth, trade war. Now Trump got a trade war with India. You know, so things is growing more and more to the point to where your lifestyle that you live, your life, I call them the 9-to-5ers. Your 9-to-5 lifestyle is getting ready to be interrupted.
Hell yeah.
You know,
And Esau being the devil that he is.
and never come back.
These devils, they don't ever take the hit on their end. No, they put the price increase on your ass.
Right.
Yeah, the lower and middle class, man.
Yeah, they don't ever take the loss like, nah, you know, we're gonna take this loss for the American citizens. Hell no, man. Their profits go up, as it says in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, that he'd never be satisfied. But he's gonna always make his. You ain't. That's like today. I was hot, man. I was hot early this morning. My rib went to Family Dollar and spent $100.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, man, what the fuck? I gotta say it that way.
Yeah.
How you spend $100 in Family Dollar?
Right.
And I'm
What
like,
do you
I'm looking at the
need?
cart. I'm like, really?
It ain't 100 things.
It wasn't even 100 things.
in there. No, I'm telling you right.
It was- I carried 3 bags. She carried 2.
That's it.
But I just use it as an example to say that even vittacles aren't even cheap no more. When you can go into Family Dollar and spend $100, that shows you the value of a dollar, man.
$100 ain't shit.
It ain't shit
The
no more.
$100 bill is the new dollar.
Fact.
You know, you can't really spend nothing. You can't get none with $100. We were talking about it the other day. I forgot. A couple of us brothers. We were talking about how really $1,000 is a new $100.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Because the price is constantly fluctuating. Now, you know, Jake get excited when they're getting paid $13. That ain't shit, man. $13 is the new $7 an hour. If you get paid $7, $8. What's the minimum wage? Like $8.
Yeah.
If you get really paid $8,
If you get paid $8, go sell dope.
you goddamn
Quit your
basically
life.
getting paid $3 or $4 an
I mean,
hour.
I'm just being joking, but really, like,
That's chain gang.
that's
That's prison. That's literally prison wages. If you get, what the fuck can you do with $8? $8 you can't buy nothing, man.
Hey, remember that class we had like a year and a half ago where like in 1930s you could buy
Oh.
a patent leather jacket for $5?
Yeah.
Or was it patent leather shoes?
The suits and the dresses.
You go to the store. If you go to the store with a $20 bill in a supermarket, you can damn near fill up the cart, man.
Yeah.
Milk, eggs.
I remember that when I was in high school. My mom used to give me like $25. Man, came back with all the essentials out.
3
the grocery
weeks
store.
worth.
and change.
And enough to get a goddamn magazine for myself, for my troubles.
Especially in the 90s, boy. I used to
You know
go
what
in
I'm
there.
saying? Fact, I'm
Can I
for
get a
real.
comic book? I used to get the little Spider-Man comics and joint.
Not no more,
Man,
man.
you can't do that now.
Shit, comics. You buy a magazine, you look at it back. That should be
$12.99.
$13.99.
Right.
Shit.
God,
You take
13
$20 in
99
Publix
my
and say you're
ass.
gonna get peanut butter and jelly. You're gonna spend $20 on getting the peanut butter,
Peanut butter
the
and
jelly,
$30.
the bread. The bread is like $5 now.
Damn near $5.
All right, peanut butter is another $4 or $5.
$5.
$3 is really cheap. Like that's that
Yeah.
Welch's bullshit.
Real peanut butter about $5.
Real peanut butter is about $5. So you had $5. That's $15. Forget tax.
Don't talk about honey.
Oh, don't talk about if you want to get some
Honey might-
almond milk.
Yeah, right. Almond milk.
Honey might be about $10 depending on.
Oh yeah, honey. I've seen.
Syrup.
You ever see maple syrup in the grocery store? Like real maple
Real
syrup.
maple
Yeah,
syrup.
in the glass
Like
jar
12.90,
and shit.
11.90.
Oh,
It should be
yeah.
like $15.
Yeah. And then
That-
at the top,
for
too,
what?
you look at it and be like, nope.
That Angie Mama,
We don't want that.
Angie Mama high fruits, that shit ain't shit. That
Ain't
real,
syrup.
that real maple syrup, and that should be like $20 for a jar.
Yep.
That's why I say it's getting to a point where you're gonna start seeing that the jig is up, man. You know, it's up, fucking up. But if you listen to these people, you follow these people, they're gonna tell you, oh, it's all good, man. It's good. I go to Georgia Tech. I'm gonna graduate in 2021.
Biomedical.
Biomedical field. He's proud as hell for no reason.
Can't tell them the fucking thing, man.
There was an article. There was an article that came out.
Just got out of the lab.
Teachers, you got teachers in South Carolina leaving the job teaching to go work a fucking warehouse job at night
God damn.
because they not making enough money.
Yep.
They make $30,000 a year. That ain't shit,
Wipe your
man.
ass with that money, man.
$30,000 a year. That's
That's
disrespectful pay
That's nothing, man.
for a teacher.
See, when you're young though, you think that 30,000.
And that's what you gross. That's not what you bringing home. You probably bringing home 20,000.
26.
Yeah, 26,
Yeah, about
23,
26.
24.
That's probably like 25. They probably make you
Right.
give or take about 2,200 a month.
Yeah, about 1,182 weeks.
That ain't shit, man, for a family.
That's like $500, $550.
A week.
Yeah, 550 a week. Yeah.
for teaching them badass kids.
Hell,
And
man.
these kids be jumping on the teachers and all that, man.
And they can't do shit.
That's why them
can't do
teachers be goddamn. They fight them now. They
But
fight.
you gotta think how many hoops and hurdles you gotta jump through to be a certified teacher.
Right.
It's not easy to be a teacher.
Even a substitute teacher.
Yeah, a substitute teacher.
Substitute say you make $100 a day before tax. Bring it out. Hey, take over.
This is,
Okay, go on.
This is Nahum 3 and 3. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress in witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft. Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Right, and that's what's being seen now. America's nakedness, America's shame. Okay? And more importantly, the Heavenly Father is seeing it because through the Spirit, He's exposing it. Okay? You know? And we're talking about the things that's going to happen in America. The nations. Like I said, I mentioned the U.S.-China trade war. And now you got the U.S.-India trade war brewing up. You know what's going to happen? These nations are going to pull back. They're going to pull back their imports. Because guess what? Because of the things that America's doing, the dollar is not going to be worth getting back in return for their resources. They said, no, our people need it over here. Oh, but these countries like Russia and Iran, they're making a boom. I'll deal with them. So what that's going to do, that's going to bring all the evils back on this country. America's going to be an isolated, deserted island, you know, in the midst of the world, man, real soon. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna read verse 22 real quick. So this 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And why shall the people escape the hunger? Or I'm sorry, well, the elect gonna escape the hunger ultimately. But why are these people gonna perish of famine? But what we read in the verse previous to it, about the fact that victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, but even then shall evils grow upon the earth. And I mentioned earlier about because of the evils that coming, it's gonna boost prices up. So if you ain't got the money to eat, you can't buy the the bread, certain meat proteins and certain vegetables.
The essentials.
Yeah, the essentials. You know, then you're gonna die. You're gonna die of hunger. You're gonna die of famine.
Simple.
Okay? Can we get that in Lamentations? I believe the 5th chapter about those that are pine away from hunger.
I got something.
Okay. Yeah, come go ahead.
This is Sirach 39 and 26.
Yes, sir.
It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water,
Yep.
which we all know that in a famine is going to be less than none of this, in supply. It's because you got to look at it even today. It's easy to even have a scarcity of water. If all the pipelines is cut off, because who controls your waterways? The government. So if all these pipelines is cut off, and if there's a water storage and no more water bottles actually being shipped and imported to all these different stores and supermarkets, then it's going to be a scarcity of water. Mm-hmm. And Jake doesn't know how to actually naturally get water or clean water or purify water. Because even a lot of your, what's those big water reservoirs called in your houses? They be in like big tank. Basically, your water reservoirs, it's certain ways that you can actually take the water, even if your water is out, and get supplies of water out of that. But most Jakes don't know that, man. So if it's a cutoff of water, most Jakes just gonna suffer, man. That's why when you watch these different movies, what do they use to actually supply that thirst? Blood, man. They need some type of liquid substance to actually hydrate themselves.
Oh,
man.
and get that in a second of 8.
I'll reach it more.
Yeah, come.
The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire. Yeah, even the creation of fire. Most people don't know how to actually take rocks and elements together and create fire. But continuing on, iron and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are good to the godly So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
Right, right. Because what the sinners do, what the wicked does, what Esau does, is he turns, he uses everything for his profit. You know, he'll take natural olive oil and cut it with a lower grade of oil. You know, or he'll add a chemical to it to preserve it longer, which does what? That keeps it from being alkaline, which what destroys your body. That's why now it's busy. Now what do they do now? Now you can get olive oil or you can get pure virgin olive oil. They make a difference because they either cut it or you can,
Extra virgin.
Yeah, extra virgin. Yeah, extra virgin olive oil. You know, because they make money off of it. But like the brother just read, all these things are the principal things for man. What is it? Oil, water,
Honey,
fire, and honey,
grapes.
and bread and grapes. Yeah, because these are because you know what you can do with those ingredients. And you can take all that and make you a cake. You can take the oil.
Yeah.
You can take the you can take the grapes, and you can
make wine.
Yeah, make wine. You can flavor. You can make a fruit cake.
Yep. Honey
With
and
the
milk.
grapes. Honey and milk, sweeten it.
Yep.
You know,
you got
milk.
salt.
Yep, salt. And then fire heats it up and it bakes it.
And salt is a preservative.
I was just about
No.
to say, Gad used to use salt to preserve their meats.
Iron is a weapon of war. You can take iron and make swords to kill. You know?
Oh, yeah. And like I said, like those are ingredients right there. You know, you can take the iron, make an cast iron pan, put it over the fire, mix in the milk, you know what I'm saying, and make like unleavened
honey
bread
and
cakes.
flour.
Unleavened because it wasn't no eggs and no leaven. Right? But you can make unleavened bread cakes. You know, and
Oil.
you got water to drink.
The oil preserves your skin.
Oh yeah, you can dip. You can dip in olive oil too. Because really,
Yeah,
with a lot of good oils, you're really not supposed to cook with it.
You dip it.
You can either use it, apply it topically as an external,
Yeah, top.
or you can actually dip with it. Because when you actually put the heat to certain oils, whether it's olive oil or coconut oil, it changes the consistency of it. And if the temperature's too high, that's why even when you cook with certain oils, they always tell you to keep it at this temperature, keep it at that temperature. Because temperatures can actually destroy the content.
I think the best oil to use for like high heat is grapeseed oil.
I think, yeah, that's actually good
I got a
quality
rip on
oil.
that too at the crib. I got to get some more grapeseed oil. But that oil is good for high heat. But then you can use like avocado oil or olive oil for like salads. Your regular needs. But like the scriptures that the brother read, those things are essential. But now with these storms and these things happening in the earth, destroying the resources of it, it's going to become a lot more rare. You know? So can we get second edges, second edges, 15 and 57.
All right, this is second Ezra 15 and 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Right, so a lot of your children are going to die of hunger. Okay, people are going to die with the sword because of the lack of food. People are going to be killing each other. Okay? Take Katrina as an example, going back 10 plus years. Take Venezuela as a more recent example of what's going on, man. These are the things that the Lord is bringing to the earth. Okay? This is something done by the will of the Heavenly Father. You know? I put up a video, and this guy, y'all probably seen him, Black or whatever, scoffer, come on the comment board saying the Most High is not bringing earthquakes and storms. It's man doing it. Okay? Even if it is man, which whatever. Okay? All right?
Where's the inspiration coming from?
Right. Where is it? Who has the power to control the earth in that manner? Is it because Esau, so-called white man, got a backyard science project going on? No. Okay? Like the Lord is nowhere to be seen, and Esau is going to destroy America with a bottle rocket. No, man, the Lord's got the Smith creating these scientists, these things. The
He's
Lord is
using the
doing these
devil.
things in the earth, man. Okay? You know? Now you got these guys that are coming up with bags and groceries, and no telling how much they spend on those victuals.
Probably about $160.
Man, it should probably probably 4 of them is
Oh,
probably
at
400.
Publix too?
Yeah, Publix.
Yeah.
I started like Whole Foods, you know.
Yeah, then you have all these nutritionists that try to, stay on their
I
physique.
have black
Which
friends.
is cool.
Which is cool.
You know.
I'm just saying, and it's all right. You're supposed to stay on top of yourself. But if you're just saying, at the end of the day, these department stores are gonna shut down, man. As we see it now, everything seems so good and at ease. That's why the scripture says, "In peace and safety, there shall be sudden instruction." That's why you can't be settled on your leaves. You stay on top of your game, but at the end of the day, we all know that at the end of the day that everything is gonna fall, man. This place is gonna collapse right before our eyes. Mm-hmm. And when the government collapses, there's no more order of the government. What happens? Because we're under a democratic, so to speak, government. But if it collapses, what happens? You got anarchy, where you have the powers that be have been suspended. All right, and the people are gonna try to fight for their own way, their own will. If they want to eat, they got to get it for themselves. No more actually working for wage pay, taking your check, cashing your check, taking your funds and buying food. You got to. It's going to be a kill or be killed situation.
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive.
Right. And I mentioned them guys passing by, right? Now they spend a couple $100 in their groceries, but in that day, because they'll probably come back with 2 bags instead of everybody carrying 2 bags. Like, nah, man, the things is going to get a lot more detrimental as this kingdom lingers on because it's in its collapse. Okay, so people going to die of the hunger because you only got enough to get, instead of a loaf of bread, they're going to have to start selling bread in actual halves and quarters.
Hey, that's a spirit. They walked in 4, just like you said. What they going to get in that day is going to be cut in half. You ain't going to see 4. You're going to see 2 walking instead. Because 2 of them going to be dead.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I meant 2 bags, though.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But like,
but 2 people, yeah.
Because they ain't got enough substance to
they're going to kill each other
4.
over what they are, over the little they got.
Instead of 4, it's going to be 2.
You put it on the second level?
Second Ezra 15 and 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Right, and that's what's coming. And the brother mentioned that about people going to be drinking blood eventually. Because what you can't do in the city after it's locked down, these people out here are going to have to go to areas where there's vegetation. So they're going to try to go to the mountains and try to look with the creatures and the elements out there. And shit, there's going to be anarchy out there in the woods. Because everybody's going to be on edge. Like when you watch that movie, The Road, in The Road, they had to travel along them rural areas onto the mountains. And they had them bandits out there. They had you know what I'm saying?
Them little gangs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them gangs. They show you that in the beginning of Book of Eli.
And they show you that in the movie Road Warriors, man. I was big groups of men that would band together, and they show you that on Mad Max, and they would band together and take over little gangs, man. And the more people they would recruit, the bigger and bigger that they would get. And they wasn't asking no questions. Whatever you own, whatever you have, they take it.
Yep.
And you see these different Edomite militias already come. Esau already doing that now, man. They don't publicize these things on media because why the fuck would they want to be seen on TV any damn way?
They don't want to get caught doing that shit.
They don't want to get caught doing that, so they go underground. It's a lot of underground units that's banding together. Even in like the black market, a lot of Edomites be purchasing certain resources and certain commodities, creating certain guns. They created all kind of illegal things that most people don't even know about, and they have their own little units.
There's a whole bunch of UGKs out there, man.
Hell yeah.
Underground kings, man. Fucking around.
Ready to go to work.
Verse 58.
All right, second Ezra 15 and 58, it says, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Cannibalism is coming back. Cannibalism is going to be cannibalism. People, it's going to be so bad out here. People are going to be eating each other, man. These are the Bible prophecies. Okay, the 700 Club don't go into that. All right, these are the Bible prophecies that's going to take place, man. People are going to be eating their children, eating their brother, their sister, their mama, their daddy. Okay, people gonna get the shakes. They already starting to get them. Look at the different colors. You know what I'm saying? Got that, and it says that they shall drink blood for the very want of bread and thirst for water. Okay, so like the brother mentioned about the things that's essential for life, like water. Well, you can't get water in that day, so you're gonna have to trade it out for blood. So for thirst for water, blood. And what does blood do? The same thing it does to a dog when you give it raw meat and blood to eat. It make you crazy. People are gonna be out here, shit, I gotta get it. People are gonna be zombies without even having to have the disease outbreak. Because all you gotta do is throw your ass on a barbecue. If that. These evils are coming, man, and this is why we harp on the prophecies, okay? So you'll be warned to get yourself ready, so you can be prepared and protected in the time of this society's calamity, So once, like Second 8 and 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the earth in what? The latter times, the last days. We're in that time now.
Yeah, and the people that's actually poor in the society, it ain't even gonna be that bad for them. When you think about most of the people in the middle upper class lifestyle, they live a lavish lifestyle. These Paris Hilton minded white women, these Kim Kardashian spirited women, and you look at these black women, you can't tell them shit.
Meg the Stallion bitches.
Yeah, these Meg the Stallions.
They don't have any skills.
They don't have any type of skills. Their lives is predicated on getting money from men shaking ass and shopping. What happens when you don't have any of these basic things and your value drops? Because see, everybody's value is dictated by social media, man.
Right.
Instagram, however many followers that you actually carry upon your profile is your value. So when the internet is cut off and everything is basically obliterated, it boils down to raw spirit.
Yep.
That's why it speaks about how the value of a man is going to be equatable to the golden wedge of Ophir in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Mm-hmm. So if men that were looked at as invaluable are going to be extremely valuable in that day, then what's gonna happen to the valuable pieces that people put so much value on today? Because if something is actually not valuable and it shoots up the value, it's going to be things that are looked at as valuable and they're going to drop.
Well, that's
hey, in that day, God, we talk about, because like the brother mentioned the scripture in Isaiah 13 about the golden wedge of Earth being equated to a man of wisdom and understanding. A lot of you men are going to be running after the men of the Lord because you don't know. Because what makes the elect men different than the regular average Joe Schmo Negro in America? The knowledge that we have, pursuing to Isaiah 33 and 6, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, the prophecies, the when, the where, the why, and the how, and the what. That's what separates us.
That's right, brother.
Because where you're lacking that, okay, is your faith, okay, in the Heavenly Father. The more, like they used to do the segments on ABC back in the day, the TV, the more you know segments. You people don't know, but the more you know about the scriptures, the better off you're going to be.
Because if I may say, the thing about us, the men of the Lord, is the ability to learn. We have a real ability to learn that other people of the nation don't. And like how you said about women, I got a real quick precept. This is Proverbs 31, and I'm going to read it, I'm going to skip down. Proverbs 31 and 10, and it says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to skip down because like you said, these sedity ass, pretty ass women, they're not going to survive in that day. I got to get my nails done every week, women.
Right.
So here's this.
You're going to be raped and ate.
In that order.
Maybe not even in that order.
Oh, shit. At the same time.
At the same goddamn time. Now here's the point. This is, I know, right? This is verse 13, Proverbs 31 and 13. It says, she seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands.
Women don't do that. You hot girls and you city girls, y'all have no idea what flax is. Are you talking about flaxseed? Nah, y'all too busy goddamn taking flat tummy tea. That was
Basically.
flaxseed.
You know?
These evil times is coming, man, and these women gonna be in pitiful case, okay? And the men are gonna be even worse case, because they gonna be running to you men, and you ain't gonna know what to do.
Hey, yeah, because what did the scripture say? The Lord said in Jeremiah, was at 31? That the Lord said he created a new thing and a woman shall compass a man.
Yeah.
Really, these women, hey, I hit you with this. I'm putting my money on the women as to survive in this time to come before a lot of you men. You men are whole ass men.
And what the Lord said that the heart is going to the kingdom before the other wicked Israelites do. But we're gonna close out.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna close out. Evil is coming on the earth. It's going into it. The storms. Everything is happening now. Everything is just increasing, and this is the judgment of the Lord.
That's right, bro.
All right. So it would say the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and repent. So we're gonna give all praise and glory and honors to double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect, the chosen. Okay.
Shalom.
Shalom.